who had the best album in 1990 between Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life, or Deicide's self-titled album, Deicide?
This is almost not fair, dude. This is like picking which one's your favorite kid, which one's your favorite dog. You know what I mean? Like, this is not fair at all.
You had two death metal bands, but they sound way different. And
Yep.
you can already tell how different that DSI sounds compared to Cannibal Corpse, which I like because even though it's the same genre, they don't you don't have to sound the same. You do,
Nope.
you don't. And I like how both these bands really separated themselves.
So I just got to get this out of the way right now. If you're new to Cannibal Corpse or you're not familiar with them at all, and you're hearing a bunch of blast beats and some of that heavy, aggressive style that Paul's playing, that's not the entirety that he's playing on this album. It's all over the place. You know, these are just the intros, the short little 30-second clips of these songs.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Riffs Reloaded. If you are new here, my name is Willie. I'm one of your hosts. On the other side over here, his name is Nick. He is my brother, and he's also your other host. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, dude? What's going on, everybody out there, all you heavy metal and hard rock fans? Dude, I'm excited for today's show, brother.
Absolutely. If you guys don't know, on this channel, we talk about everything heavy metal, hard rock, and everything in between. And on this episode, we have nothing but heavy going on, man. This is our first time talking about some old school death metal. And we are definitely going to be talking about some Titans. Today, we're going to be talking about, of course, you clicked on it, Cannibal Corpse and Deicide. This is their debut albums. And yeah, man, there's a lot to get into. This was very, very heavy albums, man. Back in 1990, both of these came out, bro.
Dude, that's insane to think that both of these debut albums came out the exact same year. And I gotta tell you, dude, like, in all honesty, of all the albums that we've done, debut albums versus together, this was the hardest one for me personally to choose from. Of which one I liked better than the other one, because both of these debut albums, holy shit, were these strong debut albums, dude. Like, absolutely strong debut albums. And it was hard, so hard for me, dude. I'm still like kind of teetering on the fence on if I'm going to stick with my decision or not. But man, like you talked about it, dude. Two Titans in death metal. Probably my favorite genre growing up was death metal, and this is some childhood memories right here, man. And let me tell you, dude, it was so good to go back and hear these bands on their debuts, man. It was so interesting.
Yeah, for sure, man. I had the opposite effect. I actually came to a conclusion fairly quick on which one I like more.
Hmm.
Um, because there's a certain reason why, and we'll get into it. But yeah, definitely a different element, a different. It was a different experience listening to these albums than the rest of the albums that we've been,
Mm-hmm.
talking about. Because it was definitely heavy and very, very. It was pretty satisfying to hear the quality of the debut albums because I was expecting worse. And these actual debut albums, they sounded pretty damn good just for being their first albums, man.
Well, it's funny that you say that, dude, because I was gonna lead into this, but since you just brought it up about the quality, did you know that both bands share the same producer on these
Mm.
records? His name is Scott Burns, and he's like the godfather of death metal producing back in the day, like the early stuff of death metal. Dude, he's done Obituary, he's done Sepultura, he did the first four Cannibal, the first four Deicide.
Mm.
I mean, this dude is a titan. He did 6 Feet Under's debut album as well. It's like this guy is so good at what he does,
Yeah.
and to think that he did both Cannibal and Deicide's debut albums, and they are two separate albums too, man, and they're both
Hmm.
like perfect. We talked about it the last debut album show that we did with Boston versus Aerosmith, and we said how Boston had like the most perfect debut album. In my opinion, both Deicide and Cannibal came out with perfect debut albums, dude. It was like, holy shit, this is insane.
Yeah, dude, that's I did not know that. It makes sense now because both of them did sound really, really good, and I don't think they could have picked a better person to produce their albums
No.
because it was like I was expecting way shittier, and it
Hmm.
wasn't at all. So,
This dude was a producer for a lot of Death albums too back in the day. So he's like
mm,
just like with Chuck from Death, like he's like the godfather, of death metal that we know it today, man. Like by far,
yeah,
like we owe a debt of gratitude to Mr. Scott Burns, dude.
yeah, man. With that being said, the two albums that we will be talking about today, if we have not mentioned it, is the debut albums between Cannibal Corpse and Deicide. Cannibal Corpse, of course, is called Eaten Back to Life, and then Deicide's debut album is self-titled Deicide. And yeah, man, Nick, I think we want to start with some Cannibal Corpse, right?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, and we're going to do something a little new here. If you guys did not watch our last episode where we talked about Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys, we kind of we played a little 30-second snippet of the song before we talk about it, and we're going to try that again until the lords on YouTube takes it down, but we'll try it again and see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to play a snippet, 30-second little preview of each song. We're gonna start with Cannibal Corpse. This one came out August 17th, 1990. Of course, it's called Eaten Back to Life. Anything you want to add, Nick, before we jump into track by track on this album?
I'm gonna do it the same for Deicide as I'm gonna do right now for Cannibal. I just want to give a huge shout out, dude, to the band members: Chris Barnes, Bob Rousset, Jack Owen, Alex Webster, and Paul. You guys fucking killed it on this record. Holy shit, man! It's like talking about musicianship to the nth degree. That was these guys in this debut album, dude. Holy shit! Thank you guys.
Yeah, man, they really played their heart outs, man. It really showed. Every single person in this band really showcased what they had coming, and this is their debut album, which I was shocked because it did not sound like a debut album. We just talked about that, but yeah, they really did do a damn good job, Nick.
Yeah, they did, dude. Like, holy hell! Let's get into it.
All right, well, the first song on the album here, track number 1, is called Shredded Humans, and this is a little 30 seconds of that song. Let's jump right into it. Here we go. That was Shredded Humans by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts on that one, Nick?
Dude, they came out strong right out the gates, dude. Like, everybody was like, "Who's this Cannibal Corpse?" You're looking at the logo, you're looking at the album cover, dude. You're like, "What the hell is this?" You buy the album, you take it home, you throw it in, and you're like, "Wow!" Like, they came out hitting a home run on this opening song, dude. It was a fun song. It was a fun riff, dude. And Chris Barnes, man, it's funny too how Barnes's vocals, a lot like Benton from Deicide, his vocals changed as the subsequent albums were to come. But very raw, very aggressive, dude. Right out the gates, man. I couldn't say anything better about this opening debut song, dude. I loved it.
Yeah, man. It was 5 minutes and 11 seconds, and that is tied for the longest. The ending song is also 5 minutes and 11 seconds. It's crazy that they came out with pretty much their longest song on the album for their first track on the album, too. It's not many bands do that. Bands usually do like they're like 3 minute songs, but they came out with a 5 minute song right off the bat, and for a death metal song to be 5 minutes, that's pretty fucking sweet.
And it didn't feel 5 minutes either, dude. It was like intense all the way through, and it's like it had good progression. You know what I mean? It had a good layout for how the song was put out, and it was just incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about track number 1. Moving on to track number 2. This one is called Edible Autopsy, and this is a little 30 minutes of that, or 30 seconds of that song. Let's go. That was Edible Autopsy by Cannibal Corpse. It's track number 2. What's your thoughts, Nick?
As you progress in this song, man, when you get about halfway through, the riffs change and it's almost like a thrashy kind of groove type of riff to this song, dude. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. I enjoyed this song a lot too. hats off to Alex Webster too, man. The bassist, that dude is
Mm-hmm.
like criminally underrated as a bassist, especially in a death metal band. Because you really don't discuss bass all that much when it comes to death metal. But holy shit, this guy plays his ass off, dude. And then you've got Paul behind that kit, dude, do what he needs to do. And of course, you got the shredding riffs of the two guitarists, man. It's like outstanding, bro, outstanding. Especially as you get towards the second half of the song.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you brought up the thrash elements because this album is full of thrash elements, and I was pleasantly surprised because I was not expecting that, and it just worked, man. It was like a death thrash fucking masterpiece, and I was not expecting that. And yeah, this song came on, I was like, whoa, what the fuck are we doing? But yeah, man, it's a great fucking song.
Is this the first time you've heard their debut album?
Completely, yes.
Oh,
Yep,
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
through
So you
through
kind of
and
went into
through.
this fresh. I like it. It's
I
been
did.
years, brother, since I've heard this album in its entirety. So I was almost going into this fresh as well, man. And oh my God, was I pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, same, bro. Same. Gonna move on. This is track number 3. It's only a minute and 50 seconds. This one is called Put Them to Death. That is track number 3, Put Them to Death by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Man, dude, like just hearing that little bit of a short snippet, I want the whole damn thing. You know what I mean? It's like you're giving me an appetizer, I want the whole fucking thing now. You know what I mean? I can imagine myself, dude, in 1990 as some little small club, smoke-filled club, when Cannibal Corpse is that stage and they play this song live, dude. I'm doing a little two-step fucking, doing this shit around, bro. Like I'm into it, bro. Give me some more, dude. I'm in love.
Yeah, you're just talking about how raw the vocals are. Man, that song, you just got a little taste right there of just how raw that Chris Barnes vocals really were back in the day, man. It was not the
Yep.
Chris Barnes that we now know of. It was very, very breathy. It was very breathy work he did.
Yep. It was like because everybody's still trying to find their footing, you know what I mean, and what death metal actually sounded like. Because Chuck from Death, he was the same way too. You know what I mean? He didn't have the deep, deep growls that we would come to expect from later on, in death metal. And the same thing goes for Deicide with Benton's vocals. It's like they weren't the deep, harsh growls that we would come to expect. These are kind of more of like, the step above that. You know what I mean? When they're still trying to figure out what death metal actually is. You know what I mean? And man, what I wouldn't give to be, a little bit older and that time frame and to be in that scene at the beginning, dude. Oh my, that and thrash would have been so much fun, dude.
Yeah, man, it's definitely been a different time for sure. Because like we grew up in more of the '90s grunge era, right? And so like being around the '80s and the early '90s here with death metal, man, like our necks, we wouldn't even be able to move our necks right now, bro.
Just think about it, dude. Like, 1 minute you're listening to fucking, Warrant and Whitesnake, and then all of a sudden you're listening to fucking Nirvana and Soundgarden. The next thing you know, you're hearing fucking Cannibal, Morbid Death, and DSA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yep.
But man, what a time to be alive in the music industry, man. Holy shit.
Crazy, fucking crazy. Moving on to track number 4. This one's coming in at 4 minutes and 29 seconds. This one is called the Mangled. That is a Mangled by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts, Nick?
So I just got to get this out of the way right now. If you're new to Cannibal Corpse or you're not familiar with them at all, and you're hearing a bunch of blast beats and some of that heavy, aggressive style that Paul's playing, that's not the entirety that he's playing on this album. It's all over the place. These are just the intros, the short little 30-second clips of these songs. But fun fact, Willie, did you know doing backing vocals on this song is none other than Glenn Benton of Deicide himself?
Imagine that.
Yep, same producer for both albums, and here's Benton doing backing vocals on this song, and he does backing vocals on A Skull Full of Maggots as well. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if there's like some sort of like a personal rivalry between Benton and Cannibal because they both came out at the same time. You know what I mean? Cannibal's originally from New York, but they migrated to Florida because of the Florida death metal scene with bands like Obituary and Deicide and the such. And so I was always wondering, like, is there some like not animosity, but like some, fuel between the two bands? You know what I mean? A little friendly rivalry of such. And then come to find out, here's Benton doing fucking backing vocals on this song, dude. It's fucking incredible. I love it.
Yeah, man, it kind of sounds like everyone just pulled together and kind of supported each other because, like, death metal is a very unique taste of metal,
Yep.
and especially back in 1990, like
Yep.
it was very, very unique, and I think everyone had just had to kind of come together and promote their work, so it's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Well, I mean, that was the thing back in the day too. You know what I mean? It's like you had all the way to Brazil, Sepultura. They started as a death metal band. You know what I mean? And then you've got bands, coming out of the U.S. like Cannibal, Obituary, Morbid Angel, Deicide. These bands, Death, they were all trying to figure themselves out. So of course it'd be a close, tight knit community. You know what I mean? But man, dude, like it's so good so far, dude. There's not a bad track on this album.
No, man. Moving on, man. Let's go to track number 5. This one's coming in at a 2 minutes and 34 seconds. This one's called Shattered Remains, Splattered Brains. That is Scattered Remains, Splatter Brains by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Man, it's like hearing these 30-second snippets, dude. It's like, playing with the balls, you know what I mean? It's like you're just getting it ready and then you pull away, you know what I mean? Like, fucking A, man. Love the sound of that snare on
Yes.
that song, dude. And the whole intro with the guitars, you know what I mean? It's like it sounds so different than what you would normally hear, like like we're gonna get in with
Mm-hmm.
Deicide. I love it, man. It sounds clean, it sounds fresh. If that was to come out today, it would be everywhere. It'd be massive, just like it was back then.
Yeah, man. It was definitely fucking refreshing to hear this opening from this song after 1 through 4. It was different. I liked how different it was, and it fucking hit heavy still. And I think I might have to spoil it, man. This is my favorite song on the album. I fucking love this song so fucking much. And it's I don't know what it is. It's like the fucking chugginess of it, man. And it's just the deep tones, man. It's just everything about it is like perfect. It's a great fucking song.
Can't go wrong with picking that as your favorite, I gotta say.
Moving on, track number 6. This one is coming in at 3 minutes and 20 seconds. This one is called Born in a Casket. Right when it starts getting good. That is Born in a Casket by Cannibal Corpse. Nick, what you got?
You know what that opening 30 seconds reminds me of is if we were listening to Obituary. That
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds is like Obituary. It's that slow, methodical playing, maybe even 6 feet under as well. But
Yeah.
that's what I get from a lot is Obituary and 6 feet, man. Especially Obituary since they came first, obviously. But I love it, dude. Again, you got that solid snare sound, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And you got them with that simple yet chuggy yet, infectious riff, that groove, man. I love it, dude. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, it's very, very groovy, man. This was my first love on this album. But yeah, man, this song is just another fucking great song. And I knew of this song. I didn't know it was on their debut album. It's pretty fucking sick.
Hell yeah, dude. I love it. Keep it coming.
Moving on, track number 7. This one is coming in at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. This one is called Rotting Head. That is Rotting Head by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Very raw, very aggressive, man. To the point, too, with a shorter song here. Packs a punch, and again, dude, you've got Alex slapping the shit out of that bass, and you've got Paul all over that drum kit, dude. Dude, so far there's not a bad song on this record, bro. Like, why is there not a bad song on this record? It's a debut, for fuck's sake, in a brand new genre. You know what I mean? Like, holy hell! But another fucking banger of a song, dude.
Yeah, man, that riff fucking kicks ass in this song. And we finally get a little bit more of that 30-second intro of Barnes and his raspiness. He has a very raspy style of vocals going on, which I think it fits the guitar tone in this album very, very well, honestly.
Yep, I agree 100%. It's the first 4 albums, man, of Barnes's career and Cannibal really progressed as vocalist, dude. From what we're hearing now to some of the more deeper guttural stuff that we hear later on in their discography with him, dude. But yeah, man, I'm glad that we're getting a little bit of snippets now of Barnes in here, dude.
Yeah, man, and I love how this debut, they appreciate the music. It seems to appreciate it first, right? Because every song so far, the first 30 seconds has been like, something, not just him yelling. And then he comes in, and then you kind of learn to accept him, and you're like, okay, this is fucking sick. So it's not like in your face right off the fucking bat, It's pretty cool.
I agree too. It's like almost like a lead-in to bringing in your vocalist. And
yeah,
dude, Barnes, man, he was like multi-talented too, man, because he did the fucking lyrics for most of the songs, they're co-written, but he did a majority of them. He did the band's logo. It's like, he wasn't just a vocalist, man. Like, he was all over this bitch. He was very hands-on.
Hell yeah, bro. Moving on, we got track number 8. This one is coming in at 2 minutes and 49 seconds. This one is called The Undead Will Feast. Well, I foreshadowed the fuck out of that one. That was The Undead Will Feast by Cannibal Corpse. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, man. Fucking the ending to this song is fantastic. It's like a machine gun, going off in this song, dude. I fucking love it, dude. And there's, a good taste of Barnes, early fucking Barnes, man. Fantastic work by these guys once more, dude.
Yeah, once you pointed out the bass, I can definitely hear it now.
Yep.
I did not catch that the first time, and now that you pointed it out, the bass is all over the fucking album. That's crazy.
Have you seen Cannibal live?
Nope.
Okay, so you got to go out of your way to see him, obviously. Dude, Alex, when he's on stage, bro, and he's got the bass, his hair is like down, and these guys are old, man. They're in their mid-50s, if not 60s, dude. And his hair is down, dude, and he's just all over that neck, dude, of the bass. And it's like, these guys can still go. Paul, the drummer, he's got gray all in his shit, and he's behind that kit, dude, just going off, man. It's like, oh my God, dude. Like, these guys are superhuman, man.
Yeah, they really are. It seems like it. Moving on, we have another short one, 1 minute and 53 seconds. This one is called Bloody Chunks.
Leave it to Cannibal with these lyrics, man.
That was Bloody Chunks by Cannibal Corpse. To thoughts, Nick?
If I didn't know shit about death metal, if I didn't know anything about, what this style of music was, and I heard that there was a song called Bloody Chunks, this is what I expect Bloody Chunks to sound like. You know what I mean? It's in your face, dude. It's great riffs, man. It's great drumming again. It's Cannibal Corpse, classic Cannibal Corpse, man. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I think this song definitely showcases the drumming a lot more than the other songs. It was more in your face, it felt like, and yeah, I'm here for it all the way.
Yep, 100%. Same here.
Moving on, we got two more songs to talk about, and then the album is finished. This next one is coming in at 2 minutes and 6 seconds. This one is called A Skull Full of Maggots. That is A Skull Full of Maggots by Cannibal Corpse. To God, Nick.
With Benton on doing background vocals on this one as well. That riff right there, that did almost black metal-ish. They were kind of teetering on that black metal right there.
Yeah.
But dude, this is probably the most well-known song on this record, A Skull Full of Maggots. And for good reason too. This song is incredible. It still holds up to this day, like this whole album does. And you can't say anything bad about the song, dude. It's short, brutal, to the point. Love it. Love it.
I think this would have been a great opener as well.
Yep.
I think a 2-minute opener, like I just said, they picked a 5-minute opener, which I'm not mad at all. But
No.
they had to pick a different song. I think this song would have been the second to the opener, man. A 2-minute in and out, and the way it starts and the way it ends is just a full song, and it's only 2 minutes. I love it.
Yep. A Skull Full of Maggots, man. We're all going to be there one day.
Moving on, this is the last track of the album. This is
Damn
track
it.
number 11. This is, of course, tied with the longest as the opening. This is a 5-minute and 11-second song. This one is called Buried in the Backyard. Oh boy, Buried in the Backyard by Cannibal Corpse. That's a great one, man. What's your thoughts?
Yep, agreed, dude. This was a perfect closing song for this album, dude. The way that this song is laid out and it goes, it has like different sections to it almost. You know what I mean? And it takes you here, it takes you there, it takes you everywhere, including the backyard. You know what I mean? And fucking phenomenal closer, dude. I love this song. Can't say anything bad about it, dude. The drums, the guitars, everything is on point in this song, dude. Great fucking closer.
Yeah, man. Could not have said it any better. I think this song, if you take Slayer and speed it up and heavy it up, this is like Slayer on crack. It's like a black metal song too. It's a lot going on in 5 minutes, and I love every part of it. Yep, I think it's a great closer too, man. I have
Yep.
no complaints.
No, I don't either.
Well, we went track by track, man. Went through 11. With all 11 tracks, man. If you had to pick your favorite on the album, what's your favorite track?
Ooh, this was a tough one, dude. A very, very tough one. I think I might have to go all the way towards the beginning of the album, and I think I'm going to have to pick Edible Autopsy as my favorite because of the thrash elements that were in that song as well. It kind of mixed it up a little bit. But, dude, I couldn't pick. Here's, for the first time ever, and if you've been watching this show, this will be the first time. I can't pick a bad song. I don't have a least favorite song on this album. I don't. It's that
Okay.
good of an album to me, dude.
Okay, that's fair,
But
man.
Edible Autopsy is my favorite song.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that, man. I said it earlier, my favorite is Scatter Remains, Splatter Brains. I had to pick one, not bad song, but a song I probably wouldn't go back to as often, is going to be Mangled. That one didn't really do a whole lot for me, but they're all great, man. It was a great debut album. It really was. I'm pleasantly surprised how good it was.
Yep, I agree, dude. I can't say anything wrong with this album, dude. They all knocked out of the park. Everybody that was included in this knocked it out of the fucking park, dude.
Absolutely, man. Well, that was Cannibal Corpse debut album. That one is titled "Eaten Back to Life," back in 1990. And we're going to move on. But before we do, I want to encourage you all, go to X, go to Instagram, follow us there, subscribe here on the YouTubes, and share it with your friends and family. We would definitely like your support in sharing it and get this channel booming. It would mean a lot to us. And if you like what you are watching, what you are hearing, please leave a comment down below and like the video and just let us know your thoughts. We would like to be engaging with y'all as well. It'd be great.
We read everything.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, let's move on to our second band. This is, of course, Deicide. This is their debut album, self-titled Deicide. Came out in June 26, 1990. It's the same year as Cannibal Corpse. Before we get to track by track, man, what you want to mention about this album?
Another great, absolutely great debut record too. This is going to be a tough one to choose between the two bands. I am going to see Deicide next month with Rotting Christ and Immolation. I cannot wait for that show. It's going to be fucking fantastic. And a little bit of not trivia, but a little bit of did you know, Willie, that at the time that this album came out, along with Morbid Angel, all the way over on the other side of the world in Norway and Sweden, you had the black metal guys pissed off at bands like Deicide and Morbid Angel for doing more satanic imagery and satanic lyrical themes in death metal, where they felt death metal should have been what Cannibal was, a bunch of horror movies and horror, shit of that nature. So they were really pissed off at bands like Deicide and Morbid Angel for taking their satanic imagery from them.
Yeah, man, you're stealing what they do. It's called black metal, and you're stealing their shit. You're stealing their thunder, bro.
Pretty much.
Come on.
But I think there's enough Satan to go around for everybody, so to speak.
Yeah, there's plenty of it. Y'all are
But
good.
you know what, though, man? It's like, in all honesty, dude, Glenn Benton, the Hoffman brothers, and Steve Asheim, dude, fucking knocked it out of the park on this album, too, dude. I got to give respect to where respect is due. And these guys, just like in Cannibal, dude, they fucking put it all out there, man, and they did not miss.
No, they did not. With that being said, man, let's get right into it. This is track number 1. This one is called Lunatic of God's Creation. That was the opening track to the debut album from Deicide called Lunatic of God's Creation. What's your thoughts, Nick?
So if anybody out there is not familiar with Deicide, Glenn Benton is the sole vocalist of this band. He does all the vocals. He does the lows, he does the highs, he does the screaming, he does it all in between. Very underrated fucking vocalist when it comes to death metal. Kind of take it with a grain of salt when it comes to him, because he is I think he's one of the more harsher of the death metal vocalists out there. He's not for everybody, even if you're a fan of the genre. But great fucking opening song, dude. They still play this song in their fucking live rotation to this day. We're all a fucking lunatic of God's creation when we're listening to fucking Deicide, brother. Love it.
Yeah, man, it was a strong first song on their debut album for sure. And just like you said, man, you had two death metal bands, but they sound way different. And you can already tell how different that Deicide sounds compared to Cannibal Corpse, which I like, because even though it's the same genre, you don't have to sound the same. You do, you don't. And I like how both these bands really separated themselves.
You can definitely, and it's hard to do that with a lot of metal and a lot of music in general from the same genre, is you could put on Cannibal and you could put on Deicide, you instantly know who's who. You know what I mean? There's no like, well, that kind of sounds like, or that kind of sounds like. It's like, as soon as Deicide gets on, that's fucking Deicide. As soon as Cannibal gets on, that's fucking Cannibal. Love it.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Megadeth and the other band. What's that other band's name?
Metallica?
Yeah, them. Fucking you can tell they're different, and everyone bitches because they're so different. But
Yep.
they're allowed to be different, just like Cannibal Corpse and Deicide. They're different. They're allowed to be
Yep.
different. It's
Yep.
okay.
100%. 100%. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Moving on, track number two. This one's coming in at 2 minutes and 51 seconds. This one is called Sacrificial Suicide.
Oh,
Oh man, that was Sacrificial Suicide by Deicide. What's your thoughts, Nick?
put that shit in my fucking veins, dude. Bottle that shit up, put it on the shelf. I'm buying it every fucking time, dude. The fucking drums, dude, the fucking roll with that fucking riff, dude, and that galloping esque fucking riff, man. It's fucking crack, dude. Like, it's instant fucking crack. If you're a fan of metal, not even death metal, but just a fan of metal, and you can't get into that song, dude, check your pulse, brother, because that is some solid shit.
Yeah, man. The fucking kick drum on
Yup.
this song, man, it doesn't stop, and it's
Nope.
going so fast that you kind of miss the second kick drum on every single one. It's because it's going so fast. It's crazy how fast he's fucking playing. But yeah, it's another fucking banger, man. Easy.
Yep, absolutely, dude. Like this is great so far, man. We're 2 tracks in, and we're like,
Yep.
hell yeah, dude. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Track number three. This one's coming in at 2 minutes and 41 seconds. This one is called "Oblivious to Evil." That is "Oblivious to Evil" by Deicide. What's your thoughts on this one, Nick?
There's a good example of what I was saying about Benton's vocals. You've got the two different vocalists there. You've got the fucking the deeper shit, and then you got kind of that more upper raspy kind of shrieking shit. That's one vocalist doing that entire thing, dude, and it's great, bro. That opening riff kind of sounded like some Cannibal. I'm not gonna lie, it was chuggy and it had that sound as if it was Cannibal, dude. Just like maybe they're all out back, of the studio one night, smoking that green funny stuff, and decided to steal that riff. But yeah, man, fucking another solid fucking track from the record, dude.
Yeah, man. I think this song is the first two songs, of course, is like fucking great, and then track number three comes, and you get a different side now of what they're playing, and I would argue it might be even better than the first two tracks. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. But it's another banger, man.
Yeah, that's a can't miss, man. So far, dude, it's like three. Woo, we're off to the races.
We got more ahead of us. Track number four. This is coming in at a whopping 3 minutes and 56 seconds. This one
Too
is
long.
called this one's called "Dead by Dawn."
All right, when it was getting good.
That is "Dead by Dawn" by Deicide. What you got, Nick?
This is another song that's still in their live rotation to this day. Of course, if you don't know Dead by Dawn, what that's referencing, go look it up, please. But dude, it's a phenomenal song. The drums, man, like fucking deep,
Mm-hmm.
as he's playing along and shit. It's got that classic Deicide sound to it as well. You know what I mean? It's like just like Cannibal, they had that signature sound on their
Mm-hmm.
debut record, and they never looked back. You know what I mean? And
No.
that's when you know you have something that works, a good formula. Why fuck it up? You know what I
Yep.
mean? And it's another banger, dude. Another banger of a song.
Yeah, it's a classic Deicide, man. To down to the first note to the last note, it's Deicide through and through, and I got nothing bad to say. I think you said everything good about it, man. So I'm not gonna beat it over the head anymore. Moving on to track number 5. This is the longest song on the album. This is 4 minutes and 15 seconds, and this one is called Blaspherereion. Yep, I said it. That is Blaspherereion by Deicide. What's your thoughts, Nick?
It's unrelenting. It's in your face. It's the classic deicide blast beats, all up in your shit. Love that fucking riff too in this song, man. Yeah, I mean, it's another beat you over the head song. You know what I mean? It's like they're not giving up. They got that foot on your throat, and they haven't released the pressure yet.
Yeah, man. He almost had a little bit of a black metal growl in the beginning.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh, he's still in the growls now, too. Oh, man. Ooh, you better watch out.
Anybody who burns a fucking inverted cross into their forehead, okay, let him do whatever the fuck he wants, okay?
Yeah, I ain't touching that, dude. Nope. Moving on. We got track number 6. This one is coming in at 4 minutes and 2 seconds. This one is, of course, called Deicide. What? That is called that is called Deicide by Deicide. What's your last name?
So this again is in their rotation as well. So imagine that your debut album, and you've got 3 songs that are still in your live rotation to this day. Does that mean they play them on every tour of every stop? No, but they're still in the rotation, and that tells you of just how great of a debut album this was, where you can have not 1, not 2, but 3 tracks from your debut album in your live rotation 30, 40 years later. Holy shit. That riff though, man, that was like a power riff of sorts. You know what I mean? It was like very, very like 80s, mid to late 80s, sounding. Very different for Deicide, but I mean, it's great, dude. Still, again, it's another banger.
Yeah, it's a very, very different song. And it's their self-titled song, Deicide, and you would think it would be kind of what we've been hearing, the fucking heavy like blast beats right at the bat, but no, it led you. This was, I think, the longest intro that we've heard so far. So
Right.
very different. I like it.
Is there another band that I can't think of one in my top of my head that they named themselves, their album, and there was a track, it was all the same, Deicide, Deicide, Deicide? Has there ever been another band that's done that, where it was their title, their name, and the name of their album? Like, has that ever been done before?
I want to say yes, and I have one on the tip of my tongue. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. I think there's only one that I feel like there is, and I just found it recently. So let me think about it. I'll come back to you.
Okay, be interesting to know who that is.
Moving on to track number 7. This one is coming in at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. This one is called Carnage in the Temple of the Dam. That is Carnage in the Temple of the Dam by Deicide, and yes, the first 20 seconds of that is not music, so I trimmed it so the music comes in. So all of you in the comments, don't bitch about that. But yeah, that was track number 7. What's your thoughts?
Dude, I think the drummer Steve is very underrated. doesn't get enough love. That dude is a fucking demonic beast behind that kit, dude. And again, the Hoffman brothers bringing it in with that fucking riffage, man, that only they can do in Deicide. Um, I love this song a lot, dude. This is in the running for favorite song on the album, by the way. Absolutely adore this fucking song. As the song progresses and as it goes on, it keeps with the main opening there, but it kind of like goes in a different direction, a little bit here and there. Love this fucking track, dude. Honestly.
Hell yeah, man! It's really good track. The snare drum, man. How does one hand go that fast on a snare drum?
Yeah, you got to be very loose with your wrist, and you're not even holding the stick like normally. Like you're holding it with like your two fingers, like did it. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Crazy. Another fast fucking banger, man.
Yep.
We got 3 more songs to talk about here. Track number 8. This is coming in at 3 minutes and 35 seconds. This one is called, oh man. Do you know how to say this one? I'll let you say this one, Nick.
Mephistopheles.
There you go. Perfect. That is Mephistopheles. Said it right. From Deicide. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, man, this is another fucking awesome song too, dude. When you get into that, just like we heard right there towards the end of it with that guitar, it's like another almost like Gallop-esque fucking, riffage, dude. It's like injected into my ass, bro. I need more.
Yeah, this is, I think, the most thrashy song on the album, bro.
Yep.
It's almost like a blackened thrash almost too, which again, the guys in Norway probably still pissed, but yeah,
Yep.
it's another banger, man. It's a great, and this is, I think, a perfect placement for this song too. I don't know what it is about this song, but I think they really did a good job putting this at track number 8.
Agreed. I think we're on the decline on the album as far as what's left, and they're just keeping it going, dude. Full throttle.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Moving on, it's track number 9. This is a 2 minute and 5 second song. This one is called Day of Darkness. That is Day of Darkness by Deicide. Nick, what you thoughts?
Sounds like Benton is possessed by the devil himself, brother. I love it though, man. I love the rawness of it, the grittiness of it, just how passionate he was, doing the song. One thing I gotta say too about Deicide and this song in particular is they start off one way and then they go somewhere else and then they come back again. And this is the most bass I've heard Benton play on this album so far is this song. And that goes to show you the difference between the two bands, between Cannibal and Deicide. You can hear Alex all over Cannibal. You can hear Benton here and there on some songs, but this one for sure you can hear the most bass out of any other song on this record.
Yeah, man, for sure. This one is almost kind of like a speed metal riff. More than like a death metal. It was very fast, and I could see this like maybe tone it down just a little bit in like a different tone. It could easily be like a song in fucking 1982 from like a speed metal band, bro. It was very quick like that. But yeah, that's another 2 minute in, 2 minute out song, man.
Yep, dude, I love it, man. It's just like Cannibal, dude. There's not a miss so far on this record.
Nope. That leads us to our final track number 10. This one's coming in at 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 55 seconds. This one is called Crucifixation. That is Crucifixication by Deicide. Your thoughts, Nick?
You're starting to sound or starting to hear something a little bit different from Deicide now with that
Hmm.
riffage and kind of going more experimental in ways. You know what I mean with the what they're playing, and it's all for the better too. It's all for the good. They can't miss, dude, on this song or this whole album, and it's a great fucking closing song to this album too, dude. It's like, you got all the blasphemy in the world going on in this album, and why not, just keep the fucking momentum going with Crucifixion as your fucking ending song? I'm here for it, dude. Spectacular.
Yeah. It's a very interesting choice to have that drum beat with that riff, because that
Mm-hmm.
riff is very like a thrashy riff, and that drum beat is kind of it's a little bit out of place, and I don't know if I like it or not. Honestly, I'm kind of torn
Mm-hmm.
if I like it or not. So
It's
I might have to
different for
listen.
sure.
Yeah, I might have to listen to that a few times to get kind of used to it. Because right
Mm-hmm.
now I'm kind of on the fence. But I mean, it's the closing track. We had 1 through 9. That was a banger. The closing track might be a little bit of a letdown for me, but I mean, compared to 1 through 9, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, another masterpiece, dude, right out the gate. A fucking debut from a Deicide. And by the way, before the whole sound scan system came in with the ratings and all that, and tracking sales, this was the highest selling debut death metal album, or I'm sorry, the highest selling death metal album, period, debut or not, right behind Morbid Angel's Covenant. So it goes to show you just how important those two bands are, that they are out there on some of the most best-selling death metal records of all
Hmm.
time, and that's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot, man. And I'm not complaining. There's a reason why it was, because it was what you expected death metal to be, and it was very well put together
Mm-hmm.
too. So
I like too how it's like black metal that we were talking about, how it's just almost one dimensional, like satanic and all this and that. Death
mhm.
metal is so different that you can have gore with Cannibal,
Yeah.
satanic with fucking Deicide, and then
Hmm.
you can almost have like that swampish feel with like Obituary. You know what I mean? It's like there's different ways
Yeah.
that you can take death metal. You know what I mean? It's not just
Yeah.
one track, one sided. You know what I mean? It's like you can branch out and do different shit with it. I love death metal, man. Still to this day, I will go back and listen to classic death metal any day of the week, dude. I love it.
Yeah. I know you do, Nick. I know you do. Growing up, trust me, I know. I know you do.
Yup.
Well, man, we went through 1 through 10 on DSI's debut album. If you had to pick your favorite track on this album, which track would that be?
Fuck, man, this is a hard one, dude, because I was down to three tracks on this album. But I think I'm gonna have to say track number 7, dude. Carnage in the Temple of the Damned is probably my favorite. A close second would be Sacrificial Suicide. Both really good tracks, dude, but I think I might have to stick with Temple, bro.
Nothing wrong with that, man. It's a damn good song. It really is. Interesting. My favorite is gonna be Oblivious to Evil. Actually, man, I'm gonna
Mm.
throw a little bit of an undercard around in there, and yeah, I think that song to me stood out the most. Uh, it was a bit different, and I liked it. But yeah,
Yep, can't
what's
go
your
wrong
least
with that
favorite?
song either. Oh man, I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna be like Cannibal. I don't have a least favorite. I really don't.
Damn, bro.
They're all to me. These were the standout debut albums I think I've ever heard in death metal, dude. Like it was
Okay,
that fucking good.
okay. Fair, fair. I'm gonna choose the closing track, Crucifixion, because I'm a little bit on the fence if I like the way the structure it was, but it's still a good song, man. I can't complain. But I
Understandable.
mean, we went through DSI, we went through Cannibal Corpse, man. I guess the time has come, bro. You have to pick the better album.
Fuck.
You have to pick the better album. Who had the best album in 1990 between Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life, or DSI's self-titled album, Deicide? What you got?
This is almost not fair, dude. This is like picking which one's your favorite kid, which one's your favorite dog. You know what I mean? Like this is not fair at all. This is the part of the show that I was dreading the most coming up because I was literally racking my brain all day long, dude. I heard both albums probably 3 times just today alone, trying to figure it out. I might say just by a whisker, a very, very short margin, I think I might have to go with Cannibal on this one, dude. Just because there was a little bit more of a variety in the music, you know what I mean? It wasn't so blast beat driven like Deicide was, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I don't know, man. By a whisker, I'm gonna go with Cannibal.
I'm surprised.
Are
I'm
you?
surprised. I am. I thought you were gonna go Deicide all the way, honestly.
Why?
Like you just said, it's more aggressive than Cannibals was, and I thought you would have definitely picked that route. But I'm shocked. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, dude, like it's not this part of the show right now is not fun for me. Because if it was Deicide against somebody else, I probably would have picked Deicide all day long. If it was Cannibal against somebody else, I probably would have picked Cannibal all day long. But putting these two together, bro, I didn't expect this to be such a hard time for me.
Hmm.
But by a whisker, dude, by a whisker, probably Cannibal.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna second you. Cannibal Corpse was more enjoyable for me to listen to. Like you just said, man, it had a lot more variety in each song. It was each song sounded different, and the aside there was some repetitive shit going on, which of course it's death metal, so there's gonna be. But I think Cannibal Corpse just livened it, kind of livened it up a bit. It was more fun to listen to than the DSI's album, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it does make sense, and it makes sense too because Deicide is definitely for the hardcore.
Yeah.
Deicide is not for the fringe. It's not for like, hey, do I kind of like death metal? No, like you have to
Hmm.
be fucking hardcore to get into Deicide, and the lyrics and the nature of Deicide is gonna put a lot of people off too. So it's not for
Yeah.
everybody. And to those pussies, I say fuck you because Deicide is a great fucking band. And if you haven't seen Deicide live, I highly suggest that you do so. Just like I will be in a month. They put on a fantastic fucking show, dude. Ben is so fucking great as a front man. Yeah, dude, fucking two legendary bands, dude. This was such a fucking fun episode for me, man.
Absolutely, man. Before we get on out of here, we have some artwork that we definitely need to talk about, man. Who had the better artwork between Cannibal Corpse and Deicide?
Hands down, Cannibal. I mean, it's no debate. You can't beat that old '90s hand drawn horror shit, dude. It's fucking fantastic. And all of Cannibal's fucking artwork, dude, were meant to be fucking disgusting, vile, putrid, and that's what Cannibal Corpse was. You got to pick Cannibal as the best artwork.
Easy, hands down. That was an easy question. And if you all chose Deicide, there's something fucking wrong with you on that one. But yeah, I mean, this was fun, man. This was our first old school death metal episode, and it was fun to go back and listen to these gigantic albums and these from these gigantic bands, man. And there's definitely be some room of on the show down the line to talk about some more old school death metal, bro.
Yep, and kind of like how we did with Sabbath and Zeppelin and Korn and Deftones, the first four albums from these bands, dude, they only go up from here, man. It's absolutely insane how good both bands got and are still great to this day. Don't get me wrong, but man, like especially the battle of their fourth albums, dude, the Bleeding versus fucking Once Upon a Cross. It's like, or no, Serpents of the Light. Sorry, it's like holy shit, brother. It's like you're in for some fucking some shit, bro. It's like
Yeah, man.
both these bands, man, legendary, fantastic fucking bands, dude. Thank you so much to Cannibal and Deicide.
Yeah, there's bands would not be here today if it wasn't for them. So you got to give them the fucking props that they deserve for sure, bro.
Yep, 100%.
Well, with that being said, I want to encourage you all once again to hit that subscribe button. And if you liked what you saw today, please follow us and tell your friends. And comment down below what your thoughts are. And if you choose either Cannibal Corpse or Deicide, and who had the better album in your opinion. And yeah, any closing thoughts, Nick, that you want to share?
Nope, that was it, man. It's been a fantastic episode, dude. I want to do more old school death metal. Maybe go to the European side, maybe, and dabble in some of the debut albums from some of the death metal bands over there. But yeah, very enjoyable. Love this genre. And if all of you guys have any suggestions for debut albums that you want to see go to head, leave it in the comments and let us know. We read everything that you guys put. So please engage with us.
Could not have said it any better. With that being said, I hope you all have a great night. And until next time, we'll talk to you all later.
Stay heavy.